Tonight on True Ghoul Hollywood Stories. For years, they've been portrayed as the nastiest of the nasty, the most menacing monsters, the most grisly ghosts and ghouls to ever haunt Coolsville. But wait, what if there's another side to their story? What if these deviant do-badders aren't really so bad after all? Join us now as we go behind their public image and get the real scoop about these vicious villains. People aren't just born hardened criminals. The road to perdition begins with a tragic childhood.
You see, my parents came from a poor part of town and we couldn't afford to go to the circus. And I begged one day, it was a Sunday. I remember because the sun was shining in that special way it does on a Sunday. I have a sensitive part of me, too.
Started out when I was just a little kid. I was kicked around a lot at school, and I didn't have very much.
I mean, I never really hurt anybody, but I think that, well, just being able to scare the living crap out of somebody just gave me a real kick.
Misunderstood pranksters, perhaps, but not malicious monsters. Of course, not everyone believes these creatures deserve our sympathy. Two cowardly captors who were instrumental in incarcerating our ghouls agreed to give their side of the story only if their identities were concealed.
Yikes! Don't believe any of this.
Like I agree 1,000,000%, sir. These dudes are devious, dastardly, and destructive, and really mean people to boot.
Well, that's right.
But are these often expressed views the testimony of concerned citizens, or the cowardly whispers of the envious and inadequate?
Cowardly? Like, is he talking about us?
No way, Jose.
Is it possible that all these so-called monsters are the victims of a smear campaign?
You've touched my inner child.
Because for each of these misunderstood souls, their path to evil was born out of their most innocent desires.
I said, Daddy, can I get some cotton candy? He said, son, we don't have a lot of money. I said, come on, please, please. He said we didn't have the money. So when we got off the ride, I ran off on my own. And that's when I saw it. Beautiful cotton candy.
My mom is the one who got me into it. She was a pirate, and we went everywhere, all over the world, and she taught me the tricks of the trade.
I mean, I tried so many things. I don't know if you heard my first business, Aggie's Awesome Ants. They're chocolate-covered ants, and I made them.
Jeez, friend. Like these scuzzy scaries are totally schizo.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's for sure. Don't believe them. They're scary.
These monsters are really rare. I mean, scary. But scary doesn't have to be a bad thing. So why can't these hard-working monsters catch a break and get credit for pursuing their dreams?
I was always making potions and stuff like that. So that was the inspiration, sort of, was when the Martian came to me in the dream and said, you know, why don't you make yourself into something you've always loved?
And I've been everywhere. I traveled, I've seen a whole wide world. It's a good business for that. But sometimes I do get a little lonely.
I ran off on my own. And that's when I saw it. A beautiful tub of cotton candy. So I jumped inside, and it was like cobwebs all over my body. And that's when it all started. I didn't have a lot of friends, but boy, I look sweet.
Sweet? Oh, they're monsters.
Yeah, and all this food talk is giving me the munchies.
Don't these poor monsters deserve our pity?
No!
Ignore that. The truth is, in every case, their tragic downfall stemmed from one source, one cause: the showboating simpletons of Mystery Incorporated.
Next thing I know, they started pushing me together. You know how cotton candy gets squished, and I was... They carried me off. And that was the end of the fun.
Well, that was just the one time when they snuck up on me. I didn't sneak up on them, and there they had me, and that's all I want to say about it.
I'd rather not talk about that, if you don't mind. It still brings back memories.
Man, at least this little horror story has a most excellent ending, Scoop.
Yeah, excellent.
Yet despite their despicable defeats, these praiseworthy pursuers of power remain unbowed.
What?
When I get my hands on that shaggy guy and a Scooby-Doo that meddling mutt. Sorry, I'm choking up. You see, when I get violent, I choke up like that, and tears start to come to my eyes.
Like we've got nothing to worry about. We're so totally annoying, he can't even finish a sentence without crying. I mean, Shaggy and Scooby are so annoying.
Yeah, Raggy and Ruby.
So annoying they're lovable? Is it possible that this reporter has been too harsh in his assessment of those so-called meddling detectives? Are they actually heroes? Until next time, this has been a true Ghoul, well, mostly true Ghoul Hollywood story.